It's Nolan. Heard them singing that we lost diversity in rap. How the fuck is that when y'all just been supporting trap? I'm charged up like jumper cables, dropping with no label, breaded up like bagels, finna wipe these niggas off the map. I got some shit in the tuck you ain't heard of, sipping Bloody Mary, my lyrics on bloody murder. Your name in my journal circled, I'm riding with your beach, yeah, we out at murder. The second coming to greatness, I feel like color purple. I'm on the level y'all ain't ready for. Shout it, want the wood, I'm a cutting board. Been a legend in Atlanta, bitch, I'm Pastor Troy. Pretty boy, but that money finna pull a Floyd. The jewels sparkle in that water, pass me a LaCroix. River Daily, you never needed the alias. Independently checking my Nikes, came from them avias. I've been on my hustle, car shuffle, niggas hearts muffled. If you want trouble, got muscle like WrestleMania. Boy, stop. We looking at Porsche drives, been rapping 20 years. I'm insuring my boy's box. They call me unorthodox. I'm orthodontic when it come to profit. Safety first, but let me switch the topic. Y'all rappers all in my DMs to promote your tracks. Every morning logging in, I report the trash. You gotta take it on the chin if you want it bad. I'm used to it, I've been through it. I'm using my point of view as an influence. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Oh man, I gotta be honest with y'all. It brings me no joy to have to make this video. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I just dropped a video talking about Miss Cardi B going too, I ain't gonna say going too hard at Joe Budden. I will not say that. But going too hard on social media is really the angle I'm coming from. Because she just went the hell in on Joe, right? There was more said than I even covered in my initial video, right? She came to Drake's defense and all of this type of stuff, saying if somebody got 400 million to get a deal and they had to perform until they was 90, whatever, why make that a bad thing? And I understand where she was coming from. But she basically is at a point where she's over Joe Budden. She says she even values the opinion of academics over Joe Budden at this point, because at least he will acknowledge some sort of facts rather than just hating. It is what it is. That's her opinion. That's how she feels. Not long after that rant happened, where she went on Twitter Spaces, we're now finding Miss Cardi B in another Twitter spat, this time with someone of lesser importance, and that's not a diss, even though I'm not a big fan of this young lady myself. She's going back and forth with Miss Paradise Paris from Twitter. If you don't know who this young lady is, she's on all social media platforms. She's on TikTok, she's on Instagram, and she's known for putting out controversial takes of some sort. You know what I'm saying? Now, for whatever reason, her and Cardi B found themselves in a spat, right? Now, let me see if I could just pull up the original piece, which is what caused all of this commotion, all right? Y'all bear with me. So Paradise Paris originally was responding to the Joe Budden situation. She says, why does Cardi B feel she's above criticism? All of her peers are dropping albums and doing progressive things in their career, and she sticks out like a sore thumb. No tours, no meet and greets, no merch, one album, featured singles and viral moments. Is she a rapper or does she rant? So this is the tweet, the original tweet from Miss Paradise Paris, which I don't agree with, but I think there's a lot of people out there in the world that have these feelings, that share these sentiments. I think it's a fair critique if you're someone that's just watching and seeing what's going on. I mean, me personally, I feel like Cardi B's involved in a lot more stuff than just rants and featured singles, but to each their own opinion, right? Cardi B comes in and says, that's not what I said. Fuck you and your three stomachs, bitch. Oh my Lord. Now we're getting into fat shaming territory. This is not what we need. This is a PR nightmare. No, let's not do that. No. It's one thing to go at your peers in the music game, in the industry, that go at you, sneak dish you, feel some type of way about you. It's another thing to even go at media personalities that are known for having negative things to say about you. Even the big blogs, you've gone at them too, right? The Neighborhood Talk, Shade, you know what I'm saying? All of them. You tell them to keep your motherfucking name out their mouth, they don't post you no more. You know what I'm saying? Joe Budden came out and said, hey, I ain't gonna talk about Cardi B no more. So at this point, you've become a bit successful in getting motherfuckers to back down. But why exert the energy? That's exactly why the caption on the thumbnail says, we're losing the plot. You got into music to be successful, to change your life, to find a pathway out of the strip club. You had something in you that you wanted to share musically. You've accomplished that. You've done exceedingly well. You have one of the most historic debut albums of any artist in the music industry, period. Why would you be on here arguing with common folk, with a Twitter personality who, outside of having opinions on Twitter, we don't know what she do. We don't know where she from. We don't know what her background is. We don't know what kind of education she had. We don't know what type of job she got. Right? She just somebody who speaks online from time to time and goes viral. It makes absolutely no sense. You know what I mean? And the first thing you do is attack her appearance when she is only speaking on your professional career. I think this is a bit excessive. I fuck with Cardi. I do. But it seems we've crossed over a certain barrier. You know what I'm saying? When I spoke about Joe Budden's comments, basically calling her a glorified housewife who ain't got nothing to do, I said we got to have a certain line we can't cross. We got to have certain lines of respect. When it comes to the common people who have commentary or have opinions about you as an artist, as a professional, as a celebrity, you also should have a certain line of respect that you don't cross, especially when this is just, to my knowledge, the first infraction, right? She just criticized, your how you felt about being in the spotlight, but you hustled hard as fuck to get in the spotlight. I don't know why you would get in the spotlight, finally get there, and be doing everything in your power to kind of be removed from it, but you still want the support. You're kind of teetering into Doja Cat territory, and that's not where I want you to go. And I don't have any personal say on this, but that's not where we need to be. No. Did you see the way that Doja's album performed compared to the previous two? No. This is a PR nightmare, man. So let's get into what Cardi B had to say beyond that, and we'll get into what Miss Paris said, because she decided to do a video herself in response to the fat shaming thing. And she definitely turned it up a notch, which once she turned it up a notch, it inspired Cardi to do the goddamn same. This shit is bad, people. This is bad.
Y'all may as well tag Cardi B, because I'm finna give it to her like she thinks she give it up. And before y'all start, no, she came and found my tweet after all the tweets that I was tweeting to praise her and chose that one, and she should have stood on it. Now, don't delete nothing because I'm just now seeing it and I just woke up and it hit the blogs. Yeah, you caught red-handed. All that backbiting you thought you was going behind Joe Budden and clearing him for, you doing the same thing. Don't throw no rock and hide your hand, Miss Mamas. It ain't an etch-a-sketch bitch in the motherfucking world who could ever make me feel bad about my body. You done touched everything on you, and you still got so many insecurities because you can't keep your husband at home. You done paid for bitches to get beat up because they want to suck the same dick you sucking. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. It could be 4 stomachs. It could be 6 stomachs. It could be 7 stomachs. At the end of the day, you done sat there and paid for everything on you, and you still insecure. You still cannot keep yourself in the media selling sex, and the sex ain't going nowhere. It don't matter how much of a bad bitch you think you are with them hard ass titties. At the end of the day, what was said about you is correct. Your ass is sitting around trying to make sure you keep your family intact, and your ass is still over here cussing out fans, delusional fans, when you're getting passed up by every single body around you. You call yourself this badass rapper, and you in this terrible ass 360 deal with Atlantic, when you need to be sitting around worried about how you gonna make sure these tracks hit the fucking charts and stay, because even your peers are passing you up. It's no reason why Megan Thee Stallion is on tour right now, came out behind you, and you done did a #1 album, and your ass can't even put out a actual single that stays on the charts longer than 2 weeks. So yeah, what I said was correct, and if it hit a nerve, that's too motherfucking bad. Maybe you need to get in the booth, and maybe you need to figure out how to get some records that are actually gonna stay on the charts, and stop cussing out these fans who are kids that like you, acting like you so for your fans and y'all in a good relationship, when you act real motherfucking homophobic, when you sat there and told them boys he was a fag, he was a sissy. You got bigger fish to fry, and it ain't me. So the next time you feel like you want to come for me, first of all, you better stand on what you said. You better stand on what you said, because I'm the bitch that's gonna give it to you. I don't give a fuck how black you want to pretend you are. I'm really that. Don't nobody look at me and question it. I don't care about your accomplishment, because next time you want to say something out your mouth, I'm gonna be right here to give it right back to you.
This is bad. This is very bad. This is what they say. It's real bad, real bad. Michael Jackson. This is horrible, because although I don't agree with quite a bit of what Miss Paris was saying, I mean, she had some points. Points were made. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna cap now. I don't care for this young lady, but you know, when it comes down to her paying to get people beat up or whatever the case may be for sleeping with her husband and all of that stuff, I try to stay out of that as much as I possibly can. It did happen. We got to acknowledge that did happen. When she comes out saying you trying to shame me with 4, 5, 6 stomachs or whatever, and you're out here, getting surgery and things like that on your body, it does definitely hold a bit of credibility in that critique. You know what I'm saying? I do not share those opinions. I don't share neither one of the opinions on this on the body shit. They doing what they do. Either way I go. If she want to get big, Cardi want to get snipped, they gonna do what they do. But in the exchange, points are being made, right? Now, my thing is, to say that Cardi B is being passed up by all of her peers, that's not happening. It's not accurate. It's not true. The only artist in Cardi B's sphere that's bigger than her, I don't give a fuck what Billboard I don't give a fuck what that Billboard list said, it's Nicki Minaj. Love Megan. She's not bigger than Cardi right now. She's not. The separation between the two has absolutely closed in. I think they own similar playing, but she ain't passed her up yet. And I'm not here to make that a competition between them. I've addressed that enough times to say I don't even want that conversation to happen. But the only person that's even close would be Megan. You could say Doja. Doja been out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even put her in that category. Lotto, no. JT, no. Nothing beyond that can even be mentioned right now in that sentence. So that's just not accurate. And I love all of them. You know what I'm saying? At varying levels. So I don't agree with what this young lady's saying, but Cardi B then comes back, and this is where shit begins to just get, I can't even speak right. I said begins. You know I'm flustered. And no, Glow ain't nowhere near. Don't even do that. I already predicting y'all in the comments. So Cardi B comes back and says, when I do surgery, baby, I don't do it for a nigga. I do it because I love the vixen look. We'll keep it moving. She says, I got my ass and my soft ass titties before I met Offset. The fact you bitches always want to bring up a man for a drag because you can't drag nothing else is not a gag, because niggas is lined up on the DM. You spoke on me and now you mad because your stomachs is layered like a wedding cake. Did I mention this is bad? I'm not here for the hard ass titties. I'm not here for the stomach slant like a wedding cake. I'm not here for none of this. I want the music, man. What the hell's going on? Cardi B then comes back because once she gets started, she don't know how to stop. She says talking about hard ass titties. It never gave hard. They always in a mouth. Oh, Lord help us. She says, bitch, you shaped like a gummy bear. I'm not here for this. You shaped like a gummy bear. You Flintstone. Holy moly. You Flintstone vitamin shape, man. You hoes love surgery shaming, man. I'd rather die on a table than look like you. Cardi, why? This is bad. Now, it wasn't very long ago. I was just on this very platform on this absolute same channel, and I said, JT, stop going back and forth with the fans. You're alienating yourself. She's done a pretty good job of reversing that narrative. She ain't really been doing that shit, at least to my knowledge. She ain't really been doing that shit like that. She been dropping her music. She been getting her documentary in order. She been getting her motherfucking album or mixtape done. She went and did the motherfucking barbecue tour. She got a real tour coming up. We're going to need to see some growth here, right? At a certain point, and I fuck with Cardi. It is well known. But we need to see elevation when it comes to the brand deals, when it comes to the Knicks shit, to the advertisements, when it comes to the Reebok deal, when it comes to this over there, all that is absolutely great. Right? But if you're going out looking for what people are saying, you're searching your name on Twitter so that you can have a disagreement to make yourself unhappy because you want to snap on somebody. Nah. As a fan, as somebody that fuck with you, as somebody that actually wants to see you do well, this is not the way to do it. This is not the wave. But that ain't even it. So, Miss Paris comes back and says, they are mine and natural. I guess she says her own tatas. She says they are mine and natural. And you were shaped like a long-bodied Mexican. Oh boy. This is where we really lose. This is where we really lose. Right? We already know Cardi don't like being called no motherfucking Mexican. And that shit is, I ain't gonna lie, when we start talking about, she never insulted your race. So now we out here. We gonna keep it going. Miss Paris says they are mine and natural, and you was shaped like a long-bodied Mexican before your bitch ass got them 18 surgeries. She said your teeth was stacked like dominoes, and your tongue lazy like the Mississippi River. Oh, fuck. She says at the end of the day, I'm comfortable with me. You not, which is why you going out the way proving yourself. Shut the fuck up and go drop the album. This is bad. This is bad, y'all. Holy moly. Cardi then proceeds to show an old clip or an old screenshot of a photo of her performing at a high school talent show before the fame. And she says, shaped like a what? Baby, since high school, my body was skinny bitty. It was always tea. Teeth was stacked like your 3 stomachs and your 2 pussa. Whoa! You ain't saying this woman got 2 whoa-woes. You gotta turn the to pussai to make it plural. Oh my God, we're not doing this. That's not okay. And your 2 poo-pooms. She says, then you want to talk about tongue like you don't have a heavy tongue yourself. This is not good. Atlantic, get her on the phone. Oh boy, Miss Paris says, and you look a mess. Still, they look terrible. Okay, she's still on the titty stuff. You tried to make it seem like my opinion invalid because of my looks. It wasn't about a nigga. You sat here and tried to be funny, and you mad because everybody keep critiquing you being a failure with the #1 album. That we're gonna have to stop that. That narrative of a failure. You cannot be a failure if you've accomplished as much as Cardi B. Some people have tried to make it seem like Drake is a failure after accomplishing everything. I will never join that side of the fence. We'll get the jokes off. We'll say we'll talk about what's relevant and what's going on. We'll talk about weirdo activity. Can never say his career was a failure. Okay? Cardi B comes back, says, "This why you hoes always gotta bring my marriage as a drag. Cause you sound," I guess she means sounds dumb or stupid. "A failure with a #1 album? Yeah, the album that haven't been passed in 6 years by no female. So fuck you. Y'all can't talk about shit else." I don't know why she's continuing to defend herself against this young lady, but boy. Paris comes back. "Bitch trying to compare bodies, but don't want to compare bodies of work." Very clever, I must say. She says, "You're threatened by your peers, which is why you spend so much time trying to get in front of narratives. We can go all night. I got time, bitch. My tongue way slicker than yours." This is Paris, by the way. We're going to get back to Cardi. Cardi says, "Let me make it very clear for you, baby girl. When you still getting offers like this in 2024 with one album after 7 years, I don't have to compare myself to my peers. That's what an insecure bitch that don't know they spot in the game would do. Go get your feet done. You know I hate it when you're bummy." Oh my God. Did I say this is bad? So at this point, Cardi B decides that she wants to show proof of the types of offers that she's receiving in the midst of not having this album out. I'm going to go ahead and put this text on the screen. I'll read the back and forth exchange, but I'll show y'all what Cardi put out. Names have been redacted and scratched. Didn't want this shit to be this fucking big. My Lord. My Lord. All right. So they say, "As promised, here's an update. Blank, blank, blank stadium offer came in at 2.5 million. We were able to negotiate it up to 3 million, but we are still evaluating the opportunity. We received a radio show offer from a blank, blank promoter at 1.5 million. In response, we made it clear that we are not considering deals below 2.2 to 2.5. Blank Blank was maxed out at 1.5 million. The festival didn't have blank." So Cardi was offered a radio show, I guess to host a radio show, like a long-term thing, for 1.5 million. Where do I sign up? 2.5 million for a stadium offer to do a show. They even got it up to 3 million to do a show. Oh my goodness. That's massive. She did talk about this recently. This ain't the first time she's mentioned this. We've got another here. Wait a second. Give me a moment here. I'm getting this stuff in real time, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right. Second offer here. Let me go ahead and expand this a bit. They say, "What up? Hope your afternoon is going well. I got the offer for you. You can choose the 3 days you want to do or give options. It's 3 shows, 2 million per show. That's 6 million motherfucking dollars. I know you can't keep all 6, but goddamn, that's a beautiful offer. The question is why you didn't accept it. It's 3 shows, 2 million per show. I have the official offer and have seen proof of funds as well." So these must be like private shows to say proof of funds. These must be like one of them motherfucking kings or rich ass princes or something. Because, in these foreign countries, them kings and princes and motherfuckers and chaplains and goddamn lords and shit like that, them niggas be having breadsticks, man. And they be ready to give you the marinara with the shit. Whew. Lord, I've seen what you can do for others. Now, out of respect, I'm not going to pull up this lady's feet, even though Cardi B did pull them up. Last time we seen some feet on this channel, they were Jeezys, and I think we want to stay away from all feet at this point. So there was that. Oh, wow, more is even, oh, man. So at this point, Miss Paris comes back and says, Cardi, your issue is you always want to prove something and get left being the point. Nails cost a measly $100. This is why you're stupid. We know you're rich. We know you have a #1 album. And according to every chart and every media analyst, you're still getting left in the slump. This is not true. Even though people say this stuff, the charts, #1, are not reflecting that. Gotta be all the way real with you. Last solo record was Enough. You could say it fell from the charts. It still got up there. There's a lot of artists still fighting to get on there. If I'm not mistaken, let's just, since that's the conversation, where did Enough peak at? So it debuted at #9. It's not very many artists in the game that's going to debut at #9. We just got to be clear on certain things. I know some stuff is, out of anger and out of like trying to prove a point, but when you proving a point that you can't really prove, we got to chill a little bit. She says, fucking dummy. Your main relevancy now is your marriage and your potential album. You're nothing above a measly bitch from the Bronx who got lucky and got comfortable. This is stuff I can't accept. If we deduce everybody down, and we'll say that in terms of music industry, the artists, if we deduce everybody down, I think we'd be calling a lot of people measly individuals from their hometown who got lucky and comfortable. Like, let's just be clear about that situation, Miss Paris. I know you're angry. I know you're trying to defend yourself. I know you're trying to be hurtful and go for the jugular. But we don't even. Well, I mean, the argument could be made that you're still a measly whoop from whoever you're from. I'm not saying I'm saying that. I'm just saying an argument could be made that that's who you are currently. So let's just be, let's simmer down on both ends. Now I've been balanced on both ends. This is a lot. And anybody having relevancy on a potential album is a positive. Remove Cardi B from the conversation. Anybody who has a potential album and people are talking about it and anticipating it and can't stop asking for it, that is a power position to be in, because there's a lot of motherfuckers sitting on albums that ain't nobody asking for. It's a lot of motherfuckers trying to put out an album that nobody's asking for. Shit, somebody could say, I'm that motherfucker. I don't know. I don't feel that way. But somebody could say that if they wanted to be an asshole. You know what I mean? So then Cardi B proceeds. She says, this coming from a bitch named Paradise Paris that never been to paradise nor Paris. Oh my God. Please. My relevancy is for a potential album. Isn't that what I'm supposed to be relevant for? I didn't even read this shit before I got to it, and I made that point already. She says, an album that everybody wants me to drop. That's actually an amazing thing that would kill for it. And according to analysis, you mean Billboard, the same ones that did a whole article about how I boost the sales for every record I get on? Because that's what they said, not me. Talking about I got comfortable like you not comfortable. Oh, wow. Like you not comfortable settling working at Marshall's. I don't know where this woman works. I'm not going to say she work at Marshall's. And ain't nothing wrong with working at Marshall's if you're clocking in that bitch, taking home a check and taking care of your family, making sure you got food on the dinner table. We not gonna shame working at Marshall's. This is where shit gets fucked up. She says, and why you want to keep bringing up my marriage, ho? Ain't this you? She proceeds to screenshot an old tweet from earlier this year from Miss Paradise Paris. She says hating Cardi B because she wants to be in a relationship with her husband and kid's father is strange. So now that you mad, you want to try to take shots at me and my husband, but you was the same person defending my marriage a couple months ago. Miss Paradise Paris says Cardi lost when she started posting pictures and comparing bodies instead of addressing the issue. She can go to bed now because I can do this all night. Cardi comes back. I lost? Lost what? Tomorrow I'm going to wake up in my mansion with breakfast cooked by my chef, a career, and beautiful kids. You're going to wake up with 3 pillows under your dress ready to clock in at Marshall's, and this being the highlight of your life. You lost, bitch. Again, I will not stand for shitting on people with jobs. Those people show up to your shows. They buy your albums. They keep you relevant. They're the ones that you're actually searching for on Twitter to see if they're talking about you, to see what they're saying about you. There's too many Marshalls in America with employees keeping them motherfuckers alive and in business to be trying to go that route. Sorry. I fuck with you the long and strong way, but I think you need people that love you to tell you, calmate. Okay? Cardi B comes back. I want to say this to Barty Gang or anybody who's just a fan of my music or even my craziness. I have my good days and my bad days, but you know what? Whether it's good or bad, I couldn't be happier with the obvious anticipation for my album. Sometimes I get a little aggressive because y'all know I don't like to be told what to do, but I promise you it's coming this year. Thank you for the love and anticipation and always holding me down. I love y'all. So she ended the back and forth with an announcement to her fans to let everyone know the album is in fact coming this year. She appreciates all the anticipation. She appreciates the fact that everybody still wants the album and that it's being talked about. But man, oh man, this shit was not a good look. I gotta be honest. And for it to take all those hop, skip, and jumps through hellfire just to get to that conclusion, I would have tweeted that shit out as soon as I seen what old girl said. I wouldn't have went back and forth with her ass. Why would I do that? I've already won. I've made it to the mountaintop. I'm not going to be, you know what I mean? Got to be a good steward of your position. That is something that I've always believed in. I don't give a fuck if I've been at the top, the bottom. If I was starting from ground zero, I'm going to be a good steward of this motherfucking position and I'm going to work my ass off and I'm going to appreciate it for what it is and I'm going to break out of this shit. And when you get to that space, you got to be an even better steward because the fall is long and hard. And we ain't talking about the long and hard that you like. Right? So I want better for Cardi. I want her to find a way to remove herself from the bullshit. Remove herself from the chatter. Remove herself from all of the drama that's being inflicted upon from people talking about her music or talking about her career. There's nothing Paradise, Joe, nobody could say that's going to negate your success. It's not going to remove you from your path. And if you allow it to move from your path, you're going to effectively allow people to talk you out of your position. You shouldn't be ruffling the people's feathers like that, going off on your fans, shitting on them, misgendering them, all of that type of stuff. Unnecessary. Not okay. Right? I think it is time to get back to the booth. Get back to finishing the album, getting the box sets ready, as you say. The deluxe, the merch, the vinyls. Focus on that. Focus on the elevation. It's been 6-7 years. It's time to go forth. It ain't going to be long. You're going to be a 10-year vet. We cannot keep accepting this. And I say that with love. All right. Let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Much love, respect, y'all. Peace. King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.